Alright, time for the first session of my commentary for when it comes to Dark Souls. I haven't really done commentary before. I've always put up some pretty cool dubstep, or at least, in my opinion, it's cool dubstep. I did a little bit of Witch House, but regardless, anyway, I'm going to do some commentary, because that's the only way you're going to get views on this stuff, because you do music all you want, but people get bored of music, so do some commentary. And I know it's right into the middle of the fight, but whatever. I mean, it's a pyromancer. If you've watched any of my other videos, which if you haven't, you should go check out. Pretty bitchin'. I'm a pretty good pyromancer. I'm not going to be modest about it. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel I'm a pretty good dual pyromancer, and yeah, I have 2 weapons, but I have 2 pyro flames, so get on this level. It's late, whatever. Ignore the sarcastic whatever tones if you don't like it. Or just stop watching. But if you do want to enjoy some funny commentary, or at least I think it's going to be funny, because I've been drinking, and it's been great, so whatever. Anyway, me and this guy, we're fighting. He has a red tearstone ring. Surprisingly, this fight, you know, we're going toe-to-toe. I do this, whenever I do that crouch position, I'm usually like, it was close. This guy, he freaks the shit out of me, putting his lightning freaking Zweihander right on next to me. I heal up because you can't be mad at that. If you're mad at that, you're a punk. Plain and simple, you're a punk. Because, well, he didn't give me a chance. He just goes and puts his freaking buff on. And if you put a buff onto the bird, you're just... I don't have any nice comments to say, but I'll say them anyway. But you're just a punk if you put buffs onto the bird. And once in a while, I will if I'm on my cleric, but my only cleric build is like an anti-gank build, so whatever. But this video is not about my cleric. This video is about my freaking Egghead. My Egghead's awesome. I love my Egghead. It's a little bit about my Egghead. It's probably like my third. I want to say fourth, but I'm just gonna say third to be safe. My third rendition of my Pyromancer. That was a roll BS. I'm totally against roll BSing, and I don't know why Purple Blossom there or whatever. I just did for the hell of it. I meant to do the quick shrug, you know, but it wasn't, like, all the stuff I have is all stuff I can use, so I just kind of did whatever just cause. But yeah, this is my third Pyro, my second Egghead. My first Egghead I kind of ruined. She's not really an Egghead anymore. But my Eggheads are all, like, supreme Pyromancers, I would say. And I say supreme in the sense of, like, just that they're, like, high quality, 50 attunement, you know, 10 attunement slot fucking Pyromancers. Sorry if you don't like swearing, get over it, it's the internet. But yeah, that guy, although he's sort of try-hard mode, that's why I do the well, what is it, because he's buffing when I'm doing a gesture. Yeah, okay, this is Cynical Lynch. He's a friend of mine. I think I added him shortly after this, or shortly before this I added him. He's alright, he's a pretty legit dude, I think. It's been a long time since I've done this. I've been working a lot the past week, otherwise I have like 5 videos that I need to comment over. I might be doing that tonight, but I don't know how many I'll get done. Depends on how much alcohol I have in the cabinets, because otherwise I'm not going to convince myself to talk. I'm like a really outgoing person, but I'm really shy when it comes to talking to the computer. But honestly, right now I find it to be really easy with this little bit of a buzz that I have. Yeah, like he's pretty dangerous right now. Like, I mean, I'm pretty dangerous. I got like pretty much a safe set of pyromancies, but he's got a spear, and granted it's offhand, so it's not bullshit. If you rock a spear in your main hand, your right hand, you're a punk, because you're just someone who's gonna spam it probably. Maybe not always, but like nearly definitely. That was just literally the perfect situation for him. I didn't think he was gonna do that. He pulled it out of his ass, and it was literally the rabbit that he wanted, the rabbit that he needed. It was a good fight. That was a good fight. He did good. If you have a spear in your offhand, though, you know you know that it's really just to stop people from doing shit like what I was doing with, because I have a 0 poise build. Here I'm getting attacked. Hold on, I'm gonna stop what I'm talking about. Here I'm getting attacked by a freaking random guy, and while I'm invading, so I'm just gonna I try to heal, don't get to heal, but whatever. I'm okay. I'll just deal with it. I'm not gonna heal in the next fight, because I think I have, like, at the time, I think I have like 2 or 3 humanity on me. I'm not gonna heal. Screw it. If I die, I die. But if I live, great. But yeah, if you have your spear in the offhand, you're pretty smart, because if you have a spear in the offhand, it means you don't want to really commit to the spear attacks, but if someone's out of your range, you still want to hit them. And if you're a melee kind of guy, if you're not really a spell sort of user, then that's definitely, you know, you can definitely not be mad at using the spear in the offhand, because it's like, it's just attacking at a farther range, but not super successfully, so you're not a punk-ass bitch. So I can definitely respect that. You dodged some freaking chaos, and you're so lucky as a ninja flip on. I shouldn't say lucky, you're not really lucky for having a ninja flip on, but I do too. Although granted, even though it got nerfed, I don't care, it's still OP, I don't care what anybody says. I'm super opinionated about this game. I'm stuck in what some might call the honor brigade. I don't care. I mean, I want to fight someone straight up, and if you don't want to fight straight up, you're probably just a punk bitch who can't fight straight up. And we're in the Berg. I mean, if it's not in the Berg, if it's in the forest, I'm not going to even argue about the forest. You won't see me argue about the forest. But, yeah, in the Berg, like, if you're going to buff, you're a punk. If you're running away like this guy, although I don't have a problem with this guy, because in the first couple fights, like, this is probably the second or third fight I've had with this guy. And this is, you know, this is just annoying to when you're running away with a bow and I have to just chase you down. And yeah, I have a 0 poise build, so it's my fault that his armor of thorns is breaking my poise, because there's no poise to be broken, so it just gets broken immediately. But it's just annoying to fight armor of thorns with 0 poise. It just pisses me off. I mean, if you have 0 poise, I don't know who really rocks 0 poise anymore. I know that was a thing when New Gaming was around. He got me kind of started with this, and then Martyrs kind of kept me on. But really, that's irrelevant, I guess. I pointed him down because that fucking... I just had to chase him, and it was just super annoying. And, both of us, we didn't bow in this fight. He bowed a minute ago, but, like, I was waiting for so long. He was up on the little bridge area, and, like, I was just starting to punch with the pyro flames, because I was just getting sick of it. I'm not gonna do 40,000 gestures at you to start a fight. Let's just fight after, like, 1 or 2. I mean, if it's something funny or I know you, maybe I'll wave and do a bow or do a whatever. But if I don't know you, or you're just a random, and you want to do all these bows and then do a wave and do a whatever because you want to be friendly, great. I don't care, let's fight. Like, I mean, I know it's the Berg, I know we should all be respectful. I was being respectful. I did a gesture before the fight. Like, you can believe me, I may be an asshole, but I'm not a dick. And, sorry, and there is a difference between being an asshole and a dick, and he got me. He just fucked me up right there. I mean, I wish I would have killed him, because this Bushi Kenshi guy that just invaded, and although I don't like him completely because of some of the tactics he uses, he's still a good fight. He's a legit fight. This guy, he's using a lightning blade, so right away, I'm not gonna treat him with the utmost respect I would try to, but granted, I haven't watched this video in some time. I've been working a lot this past week. His wraths I don't care about, because even though he's spamming it like a punk, it doesn't matter. It did, like, no damage, and I have, like, no defense. And it's actually surprising that his lightning whatever attack, I want to say it's a claymore, but I'm not 100% positive. It's a small screen with the Windows Live Movie Maker thing or whatever. It's surprisingly doing not too much damage, and I mean, this is just the black cleric probe, so really, it's not like I'm super powerful. And, see, I don't get this guy, this blue guy. I know the name just popped up. I didn't see it when I was talking. I'm not going to go back for it and mess up the times of my talking. Because I'm actually talking. I've tried this 3 times and it didn't work. I think I remember what happens, and, oh, thank God, this isn't the same fight. Okay, yeah, I actually beat this guy. I'm so glad he was almost dead. Yeah, you know, if you're going to, you know, attack me right after a fight, not let me heal, 1, you're a punk. And then if you run down that hallway, you're even more of a punk. Like, this is the Berg. You're here to fight. Fight. This isn't the forest for you to go run, hide, and be a tree. Fucking stand there and fight. This is that coward with a bow, and he's just gonna run away. But even look, he's even pulling out a sword. He's even fighting fair now. Like, not saying the bow and running away is a cowardly tactic, but it's just not stand-up fighting quality. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Santo, he's decent. I've never talked to him. I don't know if he has a headset. I like talking to people, though. If you have a headset, I'm more than willing to talk to anybody. Like, when I play, I always try to talk to whoever's on, whether it be a Dark Souls friend or other game friend, because I'd say majorly I play probably Dark Souls, Crisis 3, and Skyrim if I have whatever to get myself out of my mind, but that's irrelevant. Yeah, I'm not a bow fan. Like, yeah, I get him luckily. I mean, not so much luckily, but he didn't have a lot of health, so I mean, I thought the fight was gonna go a bit more. This guy, we both do that at the same time because I started hosting randomly, kind of, I guess you could say. I cut out some of the fights that were here, and I cut right there. If you notice, I wasn't in the same exact spot because he was fighting for me. Like, I was talking to somebody, I was doing something, and he literally, this guy who's dressed up as Velka, or the dude at the church. I don't recall his name. I don't know what his name is now that I'm thinking about it. I can probably remember it, but whatever for right now. He had literally, he was like being my champion. He killed like not 6 people. He killed probably like 3 or 4 people like straight. Like, and he's just using like a great heal, I think, miracle to heal himself. So I mean, I know I like it when a host gives me humanity because I never have a lot of humanity to heal myself. And being a pyromancer, I don't have miracles, so I can't heal myself. And being down to single-digit humanity, I don't want to heal myself. But if you have the humanity, the heal miracle, that's pretty legit. And if you're a host that gives healing items or items in general to the winners, the champions I call them, then you're a good host. I'm a bad host. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna bullshit. I'm not the best host. I'm not the most gracious host. I can be super grateful, but that's all I have. My gratefulness. I don't have like an item to give you. That was legit. I don't care that I beat him. He was a great fight, even though he was using the Velka's rapier, which in my opinion is the worst rapier of them all, even worse than the Mailbreaker because of that stupid V attack or upside down V attack, which is, granted, it's super cool, but it just is not effective. It's like if you've ever seen Without a Paddle, the movie, great movie. If you've never seen it, Without a Paddle, Seth Green, dude who played Shaggy in Scooby-Doo movies, the human Scooby-Doo movies anyway, and Tommy Lee Jones, I don't remember his name, but the guy who plays was it Bad? No, it's not Bad Santa. The other guy, look up Without a Paddle, you'll see the other, you'll see who I'm talking about. I forgot where I was going with that, but yeah, I forgot where I was going with that, but it doesn't matter. If you're ever talking about something and you forget, it must not have been that important. But let's see, what can I talk about this fight? Alright, so this guy, I must think that I can beat him pretty easily because I'm going full melee, and I'm a dual pyromancer with my eggheads. My egghead is just, literally, if I have an egghead on a pyro, it's because I think I'm the shit when it comes to pyro. It's not because it's fitting for the pyro, it's not to fit some sort of theme, it's just because I think I'm better than other pyromancers because I don't need that stupid Crown of Dusk. Or I think it's, yeah, Crown of Dusk. You know, I don't need it. It's irrelevant to me, and see, this is twice in the fight where I get the parry and I don't get the riposte because it still does damage. It's like the worst kind of, just whatever. You know, he beat me fair and square, I guess. This Voltage guy, I'm not gonna bow at him because I invaded him 2 or 3 other times before this on a different character, I believe. Maybe it was the same character, but before I started recording, and he was just being a punk. Like, literally, he was just doing some garbage-ass tactics. So I'm not going to treat this guy with respect. You know, I know it's the Berg. I know I was just talking earlier about, you know, the Berg. I don't know how much I was talking about it, but I wasn't talking about just the Berg. It's a place. For anyone who's been here long enough, see, look at this. I mean, he's just dressed up in full Giants, and he does the proper bow. If you're doing the proper bow after being a douchebag, you're just being a douchebag, plain and simple. Whatever. Okay, this fight, he puts Great Magic Barrier on, thinking, I don't. Maybe it's just something he does. Maybe he knew who I was. I don't recall. But I do this sort of panicky thing, thinking maybe like, oh no, like, you know, thinking, oh, making him think like, oh no, I wish I could just get him out, trying to do something like almost noobish or something. I don't know what to say. But I want to say I whooped the shit out of this guy. No offense to him. I don't remember his name. Anyways. But, and now, I said earlier about being a punk for going down there. That's okay. That's just a thing. But when you run down the hallway, when you run away and you run down the actual, like, pathway that is there, that's when you're being a punk. If you just go there for a dodge, I may be annoyed because you're leaving the arena, but, you know, it's like, it's not a big arena, so I get it. So that's legit. And even in that little tiny hallway towards the merchant. I would understand that too. It's just to get out of the arena, to get out of like an AoE attack, which pyromancy is all about. AoE and ground control. Because if you're a pyromancer and you're not about ground control, you're pyromancy. You're not using pyromancy effectively. Like, I'm gonna do this next video, and this video is actually almost over, which I'm surprised. I guess I've been talking for 15 minutes, which is crazy because it doesn't feel like it. But like this next video, I'll be talking about this guy who he's a hacker, but he's a cool guy. You know, he gave me his reasons, and I'll talk about it more there. But you know, pyromancy is all about controlling the field, and if you can control the field, you can control where your opponent goes. If you can control where your opponent goes, you can decide when you want to hit them. And granted, yeah, if they dodge it, you know, you can kind of, I don't want to say force their hand, but sort of, you know, push them into areas that you want them to be, or you can push them into just areas in general, so therefore you have a better chance of hitting them with your said spells that you have. And being a dual pyromancer, that's all you got. You got, you know, your spells. I got combustion, I got great, not in order, but I got, you know, I got my fire tempest, my great fireball, my normal great fireball, not using the regular stuff. I'm a level 118. I'm not using regular stuff. My great fireball, regular fireball, black flame, combustion. I want to say 2 stacks of fire surge, chaos, fire whip, because anything with chaos, it has that hold to it. But I don't want to use that with the fire tempest, because fire tempest is stronger and it has a hard enough hitting on its own. If you can hit him with fire tempest, you got him. Chaos storm is it's kind of a waste. I'm not mad at this guy. Even though he's using a goddamn washing pool, I'm not mad at him whatsoever, because, you know, I mean, we're fighting for some time, so I'm not mad at him. Nor am I mad at this guy. He got right up in my face, but he wasn't attacking while I was bowing. He seen that I was bowing. He's just like, all right. Although that looked like he was going for a backstab, but it's whatever. I free aimed a fireball right at his face, thankfully. And I like to do that. You're gonna notice, and if you watch, go back and watch any of my sorry, I'm stuttering right there like a porky pig. If you notice any of my Egghead videos with my dual pyromancy, or actually either of my pyromancy videos, any of my pyromancy videos, whether I'm using my Egghead or my stylized pyro, like I like to call them, and that was a roll backstab. Sorry, I hate roll BSing. If you're a roll BSer, you're a fucking faggot. I don't care. You're a faggot. Or you're a Twitch bro, which is synonymous in my term. Some Twitch bros are cool, but whatever. Yeah, it's just role BSing. It's not skillful. It's not skillful. You don't show any skill in doing it. You just show yourself being a punk and abusing something that's there that shouldn't even, you know, it just doesn't show skill. It doesn't show skill whatsoever. I mean, sure, you know, it takes some sort of quote-unquote skill to be able to do said role BS, but whatever. This guy, I'm not even mad at this guy, because, I mean, I should be, and I probably was at the time, but now that I'm doing the commentary, I don't care that I did 3 black flames, just spamming it for the, he backstabbed me 1 while I was bowing, and 2 a second time. Backstabbing, I don't have any problem with backstabbing, it's a legitimate move, but he's using Gold Tracer, backstabbing me while I'm bowing. Fuck him, he's a little bitch. And if you're in the Berg and all your main tactic is backstabbing, go to the forest, or yeah, just go to the forest. Because I was gonna say the kiln, but I mean, it's February in 2013. The kiln isn't bad anymore, or at least last time I checked, the kiln wasn't bad anymore. And this is the last fight. I'm gonna do the what is it? I'm gonna talk more on this next video. I hope you guys enjoyed my commentary, because I think it's okay.